Welcome back to Tipsy Whiskey Shenanigans. I'm Steven, and tonight, whenever the heck you're watching this, we are getting into 5 bottles of whiskey that I was disappointed in and why. But before we do that, please, as always, do me that favor, like, comment, subscribe, do all those great YouTube-y things. Helps us out a ton, and we appreciate y'all for that. But let's get into that video we're here to watch today, which is 5 whiskeys that I'm disappointed in. Now, these could be disappointed in either price, quality of whiskey, the situation I bought them in. There's a bunch of different reasons you could be disappointed. Maybe the hype surrounding the bottle was insane and it just didn't quite hit you the way everyone else said it hit. So these are 5 whiskeys that I was disappointed in for one reason or the other. And the best way to kick it off with one I just recently reviewed, which is Glenkinchie Bourbon. Why was I insanely disappointed in this? Because it's double the freaking price it should be. Don't get me wrong, this whiskey is not bad whiskey. Honestly, none of these are terrible whiskeys where I'm like, this is like drinking Malort. This is disgusting. I'm going to drain pour this like I did Fireball. None of these whiskeys are like this. This one, solid. This one's like a solid 1792 small batch or something like that. Like a solid $30, $35, maybe $40 bourbon. It's good. That being said, this holds a price tag of $65. I repeat, $65. That is insane. That is borderline double what I'd want to pay for this. Like, I would be happy $30, $35. For $65, I expected a lot more out of this. I mean, you can get literally rare breed, $49.99 still in my area. This, $65 in my area. Which one are you going to pick up? Rare breed. All the time, rare breed. So that's why I was disappointed in it. I just expected a little bit more out of it. And then coming up next, one that I actually don't like. I don't like this whiskey at all. This is by far my least favorite whiskey on this list, and that is going to be Benchmark Foolproof. I love a lot of things about this bottle, and I dislike quite a few other things. I think it's extremely youthy, but it's also like a $20 bottle. So what's not to love? Like $20 whiskey that's actually not half bad. I just don't think it's complex. It's not put together well. It's just a proofy a proofy, aggressive budget bourbon that's just not all put together, and it just doesn't hit me right. It doesn't hit me right. And I'm disappointed in it because so many people, these took forever to hit my market, so I didn't try it. Like, I know they released this about like 1.5, maybe 2 years ago. That's when they kind of started creating this expanded line of Benchmark. And everyone was like, holy shit, Benchmark Foolproof, $20, 125 proof bourbon. This is the shit. This is going to be the next best budget whiskey. This is going to be the new Old Granddad 114. It's not. It's not. It is not good. I just don't like it. So I was disappointed because I built up that hype. I thought, new Old Granddad 114. This is the hitter. This is going to be my new favorite budget bottle. But it wasn't. And quite frankly, honestly, I preferred the Bonded over the Foolproof. Like, the Bonded, I think, is excellent and significantly better. And that's 25 proof points lower, which is out of my character because I'm a proof whore. Then coming up next, one that I actually do like this bottle. That being said, I'm disappointed in it because it comes from Heaven Hill, and that is Larceny Barrel Proofs. This one is the B522 batch. That being said, I'm just gonna loop together Larceny Barrel Proofs as a whole. So anyone who's watched the channel for a long time knows I am a huge fan of Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. Heaven Hill is my jam. Evan Williams, love that shit. So why was I so disappointed in this? I'm not a wheated guy, so no surprise that I didn't really love it. But I still kind of built it up in my head that it was Elijah Craig Barrel Proof adjacent. You know, like it's similarly priced. They're all higher proof bourbons from Heaven Hill. So I kind of built it up in my head that it was going to be similar to Elijah Craig's. And we all know I love that shit. So why am I disappointed in this? Because I thought it was going to be significantly better. I must say this is the only one I've had, but I built it up in my head that it was going to be the new Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, because Elijah Craig Barrel Proofs are starting to get a little bit harder to find. They're going down in quality. So with the introduction of these, I thought, hey, maybe this would be the new one. And you know what? I'll still take a Maker's Mark over this. A Maker's Mark 46 cash strength over this any day of the week, which is very out of my character. The last bourbon on this list, which is kind of, I don't know if people are going to expect this or not, but it is Dickel Bourbon 8-year-old. So this was the Dickel to rule them all. And again, just like the, benchmark, this one hit my market way later than it did most people. So there was already some hype around this. This was like the budget Dickel offering that was fantastic. This was the one Dickel that was going to save the brand for whiskey lovers. This was the good Dickel. That being said, this is just an budget bourbon. It's just Like it's not terrible by any means. Like it's not bad. It's a $30 budget bourbon, and there's a lot of other budget bourbons I'd rather have over this that are in the $20 mark. And I know I'm very critical about whiskey in the $30 range because it's a little like, it's like, hey, you're starting to get out of the budget range, but you're still kind of in the budget range. And it's kind of hard to distinguish that. But I don't know, this is going to be hard to say because I didn't really love this bottle, but I liked the Dickel Bottled and Bond, that 13-year-old bottled and bond Tennessee whiskey, better than this stuff. And yeah, that had the Dickel funk. But honestly, I thought it was more interesting and complex than this stuff. Significantly more interesting and complex than this 8-year-old bourbon. So I'm mostly just disappointed because maybe I built up my expectations, and that could be on me. For all we know, that's likely on me. But I built up my expectations thinking that Dickel bourbon was going to be my new favorite budget bottle, or like a high quality budget bottle. And honestly, it was just okay. I was very leaning into disappointed, but mostly underwhelmed, but still disappointed in it. And then last, surely not least, a Scotch, a good old Scotch. And I'm not the biggest Scotch guy, so I'm going to run through this quickly. But Glenkinchie Single Malt Scotch Whiskey, Distiller's Edition 2018. Now, why is this a disappointment? Because this is like a $90 or $100 bottle of Scotch I got for like $30. I was super excited about it. There was this local liquor store that I think they just priced it wrong. And when I got there, I saw that, looked it up online, did a little bit of like, hey, what do other people think about it? And I was like, holy crap, this is $100 everywhere else. I should buy this without hesitation. So obviously, me being me, I bought it without hesitation. Didn't think about it at all. And when I got home, I'm not disappointed in my purchase. I'm just disappointed in this whiskey in general. How is this a $100 bottle of whiskey? I am very happy with having purchased it for $40, and I'm likely going to go buy more of these in the future. This isn't a bad whiskey at all. I just expected more for something that should be priced at $100. Like if I paid $100, I would have been extremely disappointed. That being said, with that being, me having spent like $40 on it, I wasn't that disappointed. I thought I got home with a steal, and instead I was just like, oh, I bought a half decent Scotch for a solid price. That's where I'm at though. That's a wrap for this video though. Please do me a favor, like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know down there below, what are your disappointments in whiskeys? Do you agree with my bottles? And I know some of these bottles are kind of beloved to a lot of people, and that's the reason I was disappointed, because I bought into the hype, and that's also kind of on me. I'm responsible for that. But let me know down below, what do you think about my disappointed bottles? What are some bottles that you are disappointed in? Also, please check out our Facebook, Instagram, and the Patreon. The links for all that stuff are down there below. We appreciate your support on all that. Cheers. We'll see you later.